Yo, welcome to another Speaker Giga podcast. I'm your host, Steve.
And I'm your other host, Tommy T, man. What's good, bro?
Man, what's going on?
Man, chilling, man. Another day, another dollar, man. You know it.
Another day, another dollar.
Hey, man, I gotta shout you out though, man, because when I saw your video today and you was doing the virtual tour of the house, man, I was proud. It was like a proud little brother moment. I was like, look at my brother.
Well, there's plenty more to come, and I appreciate it.
I look forward to it, man. I really do.
We got some more to come. We're gonna do them. We got a couple different ways we'll probably do them.
Yeah.
But we're gonna see which one had the most response. Like the live one. We got one that's gonna come. That's gonna be kind of just a voiceover. But we'll see how it goes. If they want it live all the time, and we'll go with it.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Trying to get some houses sold, man.
Man, I feel you.
Trying to put people in houses.
You know? I feel you, man. I'm gonna do my part. Whatever I can do, man. I'm gonna do my part.
I appreciate it,
bro. This episode, I'm excited about it, man, because like basically what we're talking about is the Verzus, Jill Scott versus Erykah Badu.
Yeah, man.
And bro, I already told my wife, man, Jilly from Philly, man, is boy. If I had a shot, I have to take it. I have to take it. Next to my wife, man, she numbered, Jill Scott, bro. That's my girl, man. Love some Jill Scott, man. But
nothing wrong with that.
Nah. But before we get into that, bro, like always, man, what has been in your speakers this week, man?
Man, so Nipsey, the Crenshaw,
I got
tape.
Yeah.
Jesus is King. Man, that's been in a lot. It's been in a lot, man. It's been in a lot.
Yeah.
What else we got? We got the Slim and Beat, man, that Chris Brown.
How'd you feel about that,
Young
bro?
Thug. Hey, man, it's rocking.
You liked it?
Yeah, I like it.
It was one of those non-memorables for me, man.
Man, you might just give it.
I'm gonna have to listen to it again, but you know,
it's like I think the expectations was a little higher, but when I heard, I was like, oh, okay, it's riding. Yeah, it's riding. I like it a lot. Man, you know, it just to me it's just smooth.
I got you.
Describe it. But after that, man, I was listening to some Dope B. So RP Dope B.
Yeah.
And man, that's really it. Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah. What's been in your speakers, man?
Nothing. Nothing, man. I've been listening to dude, I really hadn't been listening to much this week, man. I checked out the Young Thug and the Chris Brown album, or mixtape, whatever it is. And like after that, man, of course Erykah Badu and Jill Scott, man. But that's like, you know, I just listened to it just because, you know, I'm gonna go clean up, put on some Erykah Badu and Jill Scott.
I found myself now listening to more music now because I'm moving around more. Like,
right.
Like today, me and my wife had a showing to go do. So, well, not a showing. We had a final walkthrough.
Yeah.
And we was rolling, and like, you know, at that point, I could put on some music. So.
Yeah. So that's the thing for me is it's like I'm more so like I'm not moving around like I used to do, and you know I'm at home, so it's like. I'm not like I'm watching shows, watching YouTube videos, trying to figure out how to do stuff while I'm working. You know what I'm saying? So the time that I would listen to music is not there anymore. You know?
Yeah.
So now at this point, it's like I'm forcing myself to listen to music. You know?
Absolutely.
But
I don't know. Yeah, it's when you're not driving.
Yeah, it's something, man. It's something, man.
I wonder if man, I would really like to see how streams are right now. Like if streams have took a decline because people are just at home.
That's something definitely to look at.
Yeah. As far as music wise, I know streams as far as shows are probably
they're like through the roof, dude.
Yeah, but streams as far as music, I'm interested in that.
And then of course I was off of school from this week, so I had a lot more time to like play the game, So I spent a lot more time playing the game than I did anything else. So I'm still waiting on you on that MK. So
now you're waiting on me.
I'm waiting on you.
You gotta stay up later. Maybe have some time after this. But you
maybe. Yeah. But no, man, that's really just what been in my speakers this week, man. You heard any news?
Man, I've heard. Man, it's been pretty newsworthy lately. It's been very interesting. So, so some news. So I'm gonna go in a certain order because I want to keep it as close to. I don't want to let the negative energy. Well, I'm not gonna say negative energy. I want to save the news that applies to this episode. I want that to be, last, so it goes into the episode.
I got you.
Far as news, so everybody knows Tekashi 6ix9ine is out of jail. Not only is he out of jail, but this man is thriving. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. Yes, he's a snitch. He's a rat, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
This man is smart. He's owning it, and I know a lot of people don't like it. Two people in question. Two people that I'm referring to is Meek Mill and Snoop. Pretty pissed about
what did Snoop say? I know what Meek Mill said.
Oh my goodness. Snoop. Whew. Listen here. Whew. I'm gonna be honest. Snoop ain't playing. Snoop was highly upset. But let me see if I can get the exact quotes. But Snoop kind of got at him. He was pretty. So basically, what Snoop said, and this comes from. So what happened was Elliot Wilson posted 6ix9ine's photo for Gooba, the song he released.
Yeah.
And Meek, of course, said something about it like, "Why would you post? Why post that? Post, Lil Durk put out something." So he was like, "Man, post Durk stuff because he really out here and this stuff fire." But he chose to post 6ix9ine stuff, and I'm gonna be perfectly honest. After what he did, what 6ix9ine did on Instagram was pretty big, man. 2 million views,
bruh. Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's impressive, man.
That's ridiculous. And then
that's impressive.
Dropped the video, and I looked at the video earlier, and it was, man, there's so many views. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But what Snoop had to say about it was, he said, all these media outlets making snitching cool. I'm old school, F6ix9ine, and everybody pushing his line right now. All New York G's feel me on this, and if you don't, F you too. Then he also added, at Meek Mill, if you a laugh sucker, you a sucker. Love you, cuz. Stay sucker free. So I don't think he was saying that Meek was a sucker. He was just giving that's one of those sayings, hey, if you allow sucker stuff to happen, then you a sucker too. But so that's what Snoop said, and of course Meek was pretty, said what he said. So man, I'm kind of conflicted in all this because I get it. I mean, snitch, blah blah blah, and also on his, on 6ix9ine's whole page, he actually, he apologized to his fans about some things, but he did give his reasoning of why he snitched. Which I hate to say it. I hate to say it. I'm gonna be honest. I really do hate to say this. I kind of like look at it. I'm kind of like, well, dog, it kind of has a point.
Yeah. He definitely has a point.
I was like, he kind of has a point. Because they did all that to him.
Yeah.
And I guess his way of retaliating was to snitch on them, which sucks. I'm not one for the snitching. If you part of the crime, you need to do whatever yours is too. But when you got somebody like him who, and I'm not gonna say just like him, because I don't know him personally. I don't know, what he's about. But if you got a guy who's not really, let's say he's a civilian, he's not really into that as much, but or whatever, and if you treat him like a sucker and he finds a way to get back at you, it like, you gotta understand, like,
it's like a dog eat dog world.
It's dog eat dog, but it's also like what happens when the soft dudes start punching back.
Right.
And he did, and not only did he punch back, he gave a huge blow. Like,
right.
Wow.
You did it. You did it. You did it. You was involved.
Your mama did it. You know what I'm saying? Your uncle down the line did it.
I'm telling on everybody.
Yeah, your little brother on your daddy's side did it. Like, goodness gracious, man. So I'm be honest, like, you reap what you sow at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
I'm conflicted with you as well. But one thing I tell people all the time is, I'm not gonna go to jail for nobody. I'm just telling you straight up, man. I'm not gonna go to jail because the thing is, man. Like for me, I'm a person that I try to stay in line and do like learn the rules of the game. Mm-hmm. So I know how to bend the rules of the game in my favor.
Yeah.
Now, I ain't finna go like volunteer. Oh, he did this, boo, boo, boo. But if it's me or you, I'm gonna go with self every time. I'm gonna go with self every time, bruh. I'm like Jordan. I'm gonna bet on myself every time.
Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like,
what type of man would I be to? I hate to cut you off, but what type of man would I be to want you to go do something, go do time for me, something that I did?
That's a fact too. That's a fact too that a lot of people don't speak on.
Right.
And I'll be honest, like for me, if I'm there, like first off, I ain't in the street stuff no more. I'm grown, man. I got a wife and child. All that was little kid stuff. Man. Yeah, all that was like little kid stuff, high school, middle school, a little bit of college. You know what I'm saying? All that, like we was running around doing all dummy stuff. Now that I think back at it.
Yeah.
But you get to a point where you like, I'm put it like this. If I'm with you and I'm doing the crime, they catch me, then they catch me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not gonna sit up there and be like, nah, he was with me too to get less of time. I'm gonna take mine. Y'all caught me.
Right. This is what I did.
Yeah.
That's all you're gonna hear.
Yeah, absolutely. Y'all got me. Period. Yeah. Now, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Now that I'm a grown man, I'm not going to put myself in those situations.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all like, hey, we about to do this, whoop de whoop. I'm like,
man, don't tell me no more.
I see you later. Don't tell me nothing else. I don't know nothing. I don't want nothing.
Say nothing else.
I'm going home.
Right. I'll holler at y'all later. Y'all ain't people I need to be hanging around.
Y'all enjoy yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Y'all enjoy yourselves in y'all criminal activity. I wish y'all well.
Right. Good luck.
Depart from your presence. Good luck on your criminal endeavors. Bye.
I'm out.
I am out. Period. You know what I'm saying? Point blank.
Oh man.
Period. You
know?
Right. But when you got a cat like, you know what I'm saying, 6'9", and that's also the other thing, man. Like, I know this sounds cliche, but man, treat people how you want to be treated.
That's so true.
You know what I'm saying? Because like they missed, he. At the end of the day, people emotional. Like some of the hardest people in the street are most emotional people. So, you know what I'm saying? Someone like him, very emotional, didn't come from it, and then you do stuff to him like, you know what I'm saying, mess with his baby mama sexually, you know what I'm saying? Well, allegedly you mess with his baby mama sexually. Allegedly you were starting him. Allegedly you're punking him. What you think he was gonna do? What happens when he swing back? You know what I'm saying? Everybody always see them fights where the bully, you got the bully who's doing this, and that. And I'm not trying to call that whole gang bullies. I'm just giving an example. But if you see the bullying the small kid, this and that, and then the small kid swing back and knock your ass out.
Right.
Then you kind of like, damn.
I done seen that before, man.
Yeah, I done seen it plenty of times.
Before, man.
So, man, at the end of the day, man, shoot, I don't really know what it is at the end of the day. There's a whole crazy one.
Yeah.
But, he's still out here trying to thrive.
And he's thriving. He's thriving,
he
man.
Actually is. I don't know how long he's going to thrive, but I mean, if he continue to make good music and the way stuff is now, they probably don't even care. And I had one question about this, and I don't want to spend too much more time because I got some more news.
Go ahead, real quick.
This is gonna be a weird question.
Okay.
And I thought about it when I heard what they were saying.
All right.
Do you think that they, we always talking about stop hating. At this point, is Snoop and Meek some haters?
No, I don't think they're haters. I feel like with Snoop and Meek, they're cut from a different cloth.
Absolutely.
And they're just speaking on what they feel they would have done, or they would have, expected him to do. Like the way I feel like, people are held to different types of rules.
Yeah, because you got civilians, then you got folks that's in the street.
Right. Like
grandma over there called the police on you because you did something. Hey, she's a civilian. She ain't part of them codes and them rules.
Like you take what we just said, for example. We just said, hey, we're grown. We have a family, what I'm saying? Yep. And I ain't finna tell on you, but I ain't finna put myself in a situation that it's either me or you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But with them, it's the lifestyle that they're in. They grew up in,
at least,
that they choose to be in, and it's all about choices. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the weirdest. It has always been the weirdest thing to me. But you respected it. Everybody respected the snitches get stitches. Like don't snitch on people, don't tell on people. Boom, boom, boom. I'm always a person that say don't volunteer information. Make people do their job.
Absolutely.
Make them do their job, and and you go from there. Like you look out for yourself and your family, because the first thing is first, man. You can't help anybody if you're in the ground or if you're in locked up in a jail cell.
Absolutely.
Your freedom's taken.
Absolutely. So yeah, man, it's a lot to it. I guess the reason why I thought about it, because I was like, why did Meek even go post on that man's picture? Like, why he didn't just leave it alone?
Could have been for attention.
Something else to do. And then I'm like, why did Snoop go post?
Right.
Like it's kind of like, why do you even care? Just go make some money.
Right.
Don't worry about it.
Go make money. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, he got it. Yeah. Why even talk? So, but that's enough of that. Also in other news, man, we lost some. We saw some legends.
Yeah, we did.
This past weekend. So, one legend that we lost, man, was Little Richard.
Yeah.
So rest in peace, man. We praying for the family.
Little Richard.
Absolutely. We also lost Andre Harrell.
Yeah. R.I.P.
And then there was also Betty Wright.
Betty Wright.
Yeah, Betty Wright. So, man, tough.
Man, yeah, that's tough, man. Yeah, I hate to hear that, and everything like that, man. Those guys and girl definitely did some things for the culture, especially Little Richard, man. I didn't know too much of Betty Wright's music. I didn't listen to a lot of it, but my wife told me, she did Clean Up Woman and Tonight's the Night.
Yep.
And stuff like that. A lot of people have sampled her stuff and everything like that. So then Andre Harrell, Uptown Records, right?
I know that he signed. He's the reason why Diddy.
Diddy is Diddy.
Diddy is.
Yeah.
And I think it is Uptown.
Yeah, it's Uptown Records.
Yeah, Uptown Records.
And everything like that, man. So he definitely is a major player in the culture and music world too. So RIP to those guys and gal, and stuff like that. So hate to hear that, man. Hate to.
I know, man. I know.
Hate to. But the one thing that we can do as consumers of music is celebrate them in their death too. Let's always remember them and appreciate the music and the art that they put out here in the world. So
absolutely, and also while we on this tip, we definitely got to say a rest in peace to a friend of ours, Miss Ashley Minnie Ross.
Oh yeah. We went to school with her, man.
Absolutely, man.
She was a grade ahead of me and a grade after you, man. Dang.
Behind me, grade ahead of you and grade behind. Okay,
Yeah.
I was like,
you got it.
I was after you. I was
like, dude, you know, one thing I said, I told my wife, I was like, man, she took what a lot of people would look at as a disability and made a name for herself.
Absolutely.
You know, when I saw that, I was hurt and, you know, couldn't do nothing but, you know, want to say a prayer for her family and everything like that, man. But I was like a little girl from Chattanooga, man, and came to Atlanta and really made a name for herself for some things, you know. So, you know, you couldn't do nothing. I told my wife, I was like, I couldn't watch the show because I wasn't interested in the show, but I definitely supported it just because, you know, I had a classmate that was in it. So, you know.
I watched it just for her.
Did you?
Yeah, I watched it just for her.
I think I watched maybe one episode, but, you know, I wasn't into it, you know. And then my wife wasn't watching it, so it's like, all right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, RIP to her.
Yeah, we're gonna
and her family, man.
Absolutely. But let's move on to some.
Yeah, we got news. To, man. We got.
yeah. I know we just made all y'all.
Right. Everybody's just down and stuff, man. It was uplifting.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. But something that is was pretty cool that we're actually talking about in this episode.
Yeah.
Something that is amazing that happened during this battle. So per all hip hop, and also they also posted, Jill Scott posted too, that they that the battle drew over 1 billion impressions.
Oh really?
Yeah. Total.
1 billion?
1 billion. So I know a lot of people are gonna be like, well, but we only saw, 700, 700,000 Instagram, 700 plus thousand Instagram views, which, by the way, is the most viewed battle versus in history at this current moment.
At this moment.
And 2 neo soul titans,
females,
women did it.
Females,
women, they did it. But they said as a total. Because if you ever watch that number, it goes down and up and down.
Yeah.
So as a total, they said 1 billion impressions. So 1 billion people.
Oh, okay.
So that's amazing, man.
Yeah. Bruh, like, I knew that everybody was going to be excited about this, man. Like, everybody was waiting on it, man.
I'm about to tell you how excited I was.
Bruh, like, I had it set up on my phone, and then I had the game going. Like, dude, like, we had it, it was a mood. It was a mood, man.
Dog, look, are we going right on into the topic?
Let's go on right on into it, bro. Let's go on and get into it.
This versus battle, I don't know why. Cause like I've watched the other ones, but I wasn't like anticipating it so much for some reason, and it has to be something spiritual. But I was just I was anticipating as it got closer. I turned it on. I was on time, and then the first thing I saw was just Jill.
Yeah,
and she was playing this. I want to say it was Maya Angelou. I want to say that's what
it was a spoken word or something, right?
Yeah, it was spoken word. I want to say it was Miss Maya Angelou. God rest her soul. And she was talking, and for some reason, I felt like I was finna watch. I felt like it was a UFC fight coming.
Man,
up. And I was like, I'm a big fan of John Jones.
Yeah,
I felt like it was John Jones versus Cormier, and I was just like hyped. I was like, for some reason I was just hyped, and like. Some reason that build as she was playing that just kept building and building. And I was like, man, I'm ready for Erykah to pop on here.
Yeah.
And like, so I was like, man, I had started washing dishes.
Yeah.
Phone on. I was like washing dishes. I had the windows up in the house. I had the curtains open.
Yeah.
It was like
it was a mood.
Beautiful in here. It was in the mood. I was cleaning up. I'm like, yeah. So make sure all this is good. And then boom, Erykah pops in. Like,
there it is.
Oh, here we go. And at first, they were trying to get the stuff together. They had a little bit of delays here.
Yeah.
Then, you know what I'm saying? Finally got to it. It was ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding.
Ding, ding. And you know what's crazy? I felt like even though they was like great, I felt like it was like some psychological warfare on Erykah's part. Because the first song she played was a song that Jill Scott wrote.
Right.
Or Erykah sung it.
Yeah.
And it was cool because we got so many gems from this, because that was the first time that the Roots, Jill Scott the Roots gave her the opportunity to actually write anything.
Yeah.
And the song was You Got Me, which, you know, you got me to hold it.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? And at first I was like, why is Erykah playing this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, this is some mental warfare stuff. Because right after, Jill played it back. The live version. I was like, what we got to, what's going on here? So I was like, oh man, this is about to be great.
Right.
And you know, the whole time, of course, you know, they're like bigging up each other.
Yeah.
And like such positive, great stuff going on. But then they just kept going. They started dropping bombs. And right after that, here come Erykah. On and on.
Yeah.
Dog, I threw my hands up. I was like, woo! Like, it was a perfect intro. Like, oh, I was like, oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. I don't know why I was so hyped, and I wasn't like hyped like this for any other ones. And like,
yeah. No, like, bro, like, before I say anything else, did you see Bruce Lee in the back?
Yes. Erykah's Bruce Lee in the back movie was awesome. I was like,
oh man, look at this girl here, man.
I was like, this is amazing. But then did you see at the very beginning where Jill put up the picture of her and Erykah?
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, that's dope. That's dope.
And then I can't remember what the painting was behind Jill, but it was great.
But like they had I think the excitement for this battle was because we knew we were getting a vibe.
Oh yeah.
You know, like we were getting a vibe, and men and women love Jill and Erykah. You know what I'm saying? And
Jill down the street somewhere.
Bruh.
From me.
Bruh.
She ain't far from me.
Yeah, she is up there.
Yeah.
Bruh,
quick story.
Yeah.
Me and my partner, Albert, we went to and his homeboy too. We went to see Big Crit. He was in the bill. And they played the record that featured Jill Scott. I didn't know she was gonna walk out. But I had a feeling. I was like, I hope Jill just shows up. She right down the street. You know what I'm saying? I was like, she gotta show up.
Right.
She shows up.
Man.
Yo, that's Jill freaking Scott.
Brad, I tell you, I always tell you we go to the One Music Fest down here, right?
Yeah.
And one year, Jill closed out the festival. I was like, there's no doubt I'm going. No doubt I'm going. Bruh, we got there, bruh. I just stood up, sung every song, was like, damn, she's singing to me, man. But my wife respects it, though. She understands it, man. Like, bruh, it's nothing for me to be playing Jill Scott in the house somewhere, man. And then also, the year Outkast closed, or I ain't gonna say Outkast, but Dungeon Family closed out One Music Fest. Erykah Badu was there.
You know what?
She was late.
I don't think I've seen Erykah Badu live.
You haven't? Bro, it's a show.
Or have I?
It's definitely a show.
I went to one year, I want to say Essence Fest was in Atlanta one year.
Really?
I want to say it was Essence Fest or it was something. But me and Booney went.
Yeah.
And
Boney, I got a funny story about Boney, man.
I wonder if she was there. I can't remember. He may remember more than me. But man, we had a great time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've seen Erykah live yet.
Roll up while they was singing like during this battle. I was like, man, if I was in college, I'd have been I've been ready for it, the whole battle.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. I wish we had this while we was in college.
Man, me too.
Can you picture everybody packed at one spot?
Bro,
for this to come on the way that, and I wonder if, it's all quarantine, so folks ain't really. Well, somewhere I bet there was a bunch of people packed.
Yeah, of course, man. Like I would have hooked it up to the TV somehow, and
I had it on my surround sound.
Yeah, I mean, I put it on my surround sound, but
my only problem is Instagram. It's nothing with Instagram. It's probably just something you can't control. The music just wasn't. Well, actually, not. Well, it
sounded a lot better
now.
It sounded a lot better. You know, is it like as we keep getting more and more? The sound quality is getting better.
I think that was running some stuff some way, but it was a lot better. Yeah. Speaking of which, my homeboy Tyke T, shout out to Tyke T. He was he posted something saying he showed Teddy Riley, you know how he was turned around and it was like Teddy Riley trying to figure out how Erykah Badu music sounded so good while she was playing the movie in the background.
Right. I saw that.
Hey, but the music was a lot better. There was a little complications here and there, but I overlooked it. I guess I can't wait till they perfect it where it's like,
oh man,
it sounds like you hearing the bass, you feeling it, and it just but I'm hoping we get to a point where we can all be in one place finally. Like, we can see this stuff live. You know.
That'd be dope, man.
But back.
Yeah, we kind of got back on track.
Man, it really was like two Titans just going hard. So
just going at each other, man.
You had
and they did it respectfully. You know what I'm
absolutely. I think it's respectfully.
It seemed like it, but
it seemed like so much mental warfare.
It seemed like they thoroughly enjoy each other, man, and they're friends. You know what I'm saying? That was the cool part about it. You know.
And did you catch that they were talking about doing a tour?
No, I didn't catch that.
Yeah,
but they were.
There was Jill was saying something about let's do a tour. It would be Jill, Erykah Badu, it's one more person, and I done kind of forgot who the one more person is.
Yeah.
That sucks, cause I forgot what happened there. I want to say it was Lauren, but I don't think it was Lauren. But they was talking about doing like we should do a tour together, and I was like, oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
Time's a wasted.
And then like all the stories that came up out of there, like like Erykah was talking about how she went in tour with Queen. It was Queen Latifah. Erykah Badu, Queen Latifah.
They had did that before. They
tried to do a tour, and their schedule.
Well, it wasn't a tour. They did a festival.
Well, together. But the story was they were trying to do a tour.
Yeah.
But what ended up happening was their schedules always got they always had something going on. Like Jill would be filming something, Erykah would be filming something, Queen Latifah would be filming something. So check this out. If we can get that tour, I got to go to it twice. I'm being honest. Right. I got to go twice.
I feel you.
Queen Latifah.
Yeah.
Jill Scott.
Yeah.
Erykah Badu.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I feel you. I'm in there, man.
Oh man.
Like I'm in there.
So it was 19 rounds. Of Erykah Badu versus Jill Scott. So round one, of course, we discussed, man, it was You Got Me, which is a great way to start it off, which is very interesting. And then boom, round two, On and On, and Getting in the Way. Round three was Didn't You Know and Rolling Hills. Round four was Back in the Day and Slowly Surely. Round five, Other Side of the Game and Calls. Round six, Apple Tree and Whenever You're Around. Round seven, Times Are Wasting and Can't Wait. Oh, that's interesting. Round eight, Clever and Watching Me. Round nine, Danger and Fool's Gold. Round 10, Next Lifetime.
Honey Molasses.
And Honey Molasses.
Next Lifetime, my junk, bro.
Next Lifetime. She dropped that. I was like,
yeah. I was like, man, that's like, I love that song.
Oh man, I love that.
Bro, you know how many times I use that as some like, yep, that's Next Lifetime, man. Me and you. It's like it came because it's a make sense story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What she said in the story.
Hey.
Right.
I love that record, man. And then round 11, you got Smile Today. Oh man, I can't even pronounce this.
Yeah, y'all don't know.
The Jarama. How did that song? Yeah, I can't pronounce it. Don't worry about it. Y'all go find it. It was round 11. Round 12, I Want You and Love Rain. Round 13, Love on My Life is So in Love.
Mm-hmm.
Round 14, The Healer and Crown Royal.
Let me tell you something about Crown Royal.
I need some Crown Royal right now.
I don't drink a lot of Crown Royal. I drink Jack Daniels. But
I drink a lot.
Crown Royal
a lot of Crown
solidified solidified my love for Jill Scott.
Why?
Because I think I figured out that she smoked weed then.
I figured it out.
I don't remember, like, I was like, she smokes weed. Oh.
Did you hear when she was talking to her? She said, yeah, every time. She was
that was at the beginning, wasn't it?
Every time I leave your shows, I leave smelling like something else. And I was like,
she smokes weed.
Like, okay, all right. And then round 15, we had Honey and A Long Walk.
Long Walk.
Ooh, long walk around round 16, Bag Lady.
Bag Lady, don't hurt your bag.
And Blessed.
Yeah.
Round 17, Window Seat and The Way.
Chris.
Hey. And
man,
round 18, we had Tyrone, the live version.
Yeah.
He Loves Me, the live version.
He loves me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Man, you know something about Tyrone, man? I have an uncle. His name is Tyrone. Oh, it was Tyrone. Well, I mean, like, his name is still Tyrone, but he died.
This is a fact.
Man, when that song came out, he used to sing it all the time, and I truly believe he thought she was talking about him. Cause
he might be the definition of what Tyrone was.
Man, like, he loved that song, man.
Hey, I remember your Uncle Tyrone.
Yeah, Tyrone was crazy, man.
He was off his rocker.
Man.
He was.
He was
so
crazy.
Cool.
Yeah, he was cool in the fan, man. He was crazy, man.
Oh man, I'm trying to think of a story. I can't. It's too
man,
many.
I got so many stories about dude.
Dude
is wild, man. R.I.P. to Unc, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then round 19, the final round, we get Green Eyes and Cross My Mind.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, you remember when we was talking, right?
Yeah.
I gotta apologize.
What?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
I thought.
I'm waiting.
Man, I thought Jill was gonna get washed.
Nah.
And I mean, like, yeah, I thought she was gonna get washed. And what I mean, and for y'all that don't understand what I mean, wash me, I mean, like, she wouldn't have a chance against Erykah.
You thought it was gonna be
I thought it was gonna be
Manny Fresh versus Scott Storch.
I thought this was gonna be for all you track fans. What is the 440? The 100-yard.
The 100.
The 100.
Yeah.
The 100. The short race, right?
The straightaway.
Well, I ain't talking about that one. I'm talking about the relay.
Oh, the 4x1.
4x1. So I thought it was gonna be that. I thought Erykah was gonna be in her last lap, and Jill was gonna be in her second.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right.
Yeah.
But nah, they were neck and neck. Now I'm gonna say this: Erykah won it.
Honestly, bro, I can't claim a winner. I can't claim a winner.
I'm gonna tell
I
you
can't
why
claim a winner.
The only reason why, and I don't want to claim a winner because it was so much love and education and respecting that. It didn't even feel like a competition. It felt like more of a celebration of Jill's.
Man, it felt like we was all in a lounge and we was just kicking back, man. We just listened. Everybody was passing the doobie around and we just listened to our sister sing.
Like, I really want to be in. I want that to be live.
Yeah.
But I want to be in a small setting.
Right.
Where them two are in the center of the room.
Yeah.
And just kind of doing their thing.
Yeah. I would love that. I would love that.
And if y'all don't know by now, man, I'm such a lover of music. I would really try to put that on, but I need some funding.
Get that vibe going, man.
Yeah, I would get that going.
Let's get that vibe going.
We'll have somebody outside cooking the ribs. You dig what I'm saying?
Hey, man, you got grill master over here, man. I'm just saying.
There you go. We got a nice venue. We're going to have at least, we're going to cap it at Man, I say we're gonna cap it at. I feel like 250 people is too small.
Post quarantine, right?
Oh yeah.
Post COVID-19.
I would say we would cap it at. Is 500 people too much?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like
cap it at 250.
Yeah, something like that. I just feel like a very intimate vibe.
So we want about 150.
Yeah,
150 people in the room.
Yeah,
and these are tables. So you gonna come and your best, and you're gonna come with your date or your
friend. You're gonna come to relax and just hang out. It's like a listening party, man.
Absolutely.
Just like a listening party.
And I feel like it'll be great. So you heard it first. If somebody do it, it was my idea. You heard it.
Steve.
You heard it from me. All right?
The Speaker Geekers podcast.
Absolutely. If somebody do it, it's because, hey, I said it first. But we have to call a winner on this. And
it wouldn't be fair for me to call a winner.
Huh?
It wouldn't be fair for me to call a winner, man. I'm biased.
But in the essence of Versus, there has to be a winner.
Who you got? I'm gonna go with you. Who you got?
I gotta go with Erykah.
Well, I can't go.
I gotta go with Erykah.
I'm gonna go with Jill.
So I can't go with Jill because there were just a couple spots where.
Man, I'm biased though. I'm biased.
Okay, at least you said your biasness up front. But there was a couple spots where I was just like, where she just played some stuff in a row.
Yeah.
Where Erykah played some stuff in a row, and I was just kind of like. And I was just kind of like, So, but there was also a vote that was going around, and they let people vote, and people voted. I wish I could find the actual vote. I'm sorry, you guys. I am not ill prepared, but I was doing something right before, and I lost a lot of my stuff. That I pulled up. But there was an actual fan vote, and I'm really trying to find it. I'll definitely find it, but. They actually voted Erykah as the winner, but not by much. Erykah was like at like 53% of the vote, where Jill was at like 47.
Yeah.
So,
I mean that makes sense.
Yeah.
Man, before we end this though, man, let me ask you this: what did this Versus do for the culture? Because a lot of people talk about, oh man, this is for the culture. Like even in the promotions, it's like we're doing this for the culture and blah blah this and blah blah that. What do you feel like this did for the culture, for the vibe of the community? What do you feel like this Versus did for that?
For this specific one. This one here, I gotta point out. All the rest of them, the Versus overall has done so much for not just the culture. Well, not just, and we refer to the culture, not just the culture, but as far as us as a whole, it gave us something to enjoy in this time of in these dark times that we're going through. We was able to create something out of nothing, which we know, we do a lot. But for this specific one, for this one, Jill versus Erykah, for this specific one, this one was gigantic for not just a black female, but females everywhere.
Right.
But for this, I want to specifically say for our African American females, for them to do this on this stage and this time, to do this is amazing. Not only that, to do it and it's respectfully in this manner, and then to play these incredible records, and have so many people tuned in, I think it did just. I think it changed the game. I want to say, I don't know. I think it's really changed the game. I think it did. I'm really kind of speechless because it's so great. It was so warming, and not only that, but everything that came out of, like, if you was really listening, you heard teachings in there. You heard stories, great stories in there. You heard some great music from two neo-soul giants. Not giants, but neo-soul titans, neo-soul, two of the best, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And for them, and for that, I think this did, like, I don't even have the words for it, because I felt like, shoot, I know I just felt, it took me back, man. Yeah. It really took me back to, like, it was so much stuff I was like, man, I wish I was cooking out right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about my grandma, I was thinking about my mom, I was thinking about, like, family and all that. It really gave, you know what I'm saying, something for us to stand on and be proud of. And I think it did just awesome and something great for us. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to bring race into it, but I'm be honest, I think it was something great for us. Yeah. Because we could see, you know, everybody who tuned in, if you was listening, you got some lessons, you got some memories, you got some throwbacks, and everybody will remember this forever. Because I mean, as I was researching today, US Today was talking about it, CNN was talking about it. Yeah. I mean, goodness gracious, like, it really gave you some light in the midst of all of this. So that's what I say it did, and you know, that's me. What would you say, man?
For me, when I heard it, and like when we were done, I just, you know, paid attention to how my wife was. You know, that was the first one. Like, this Verzus thing been going on since we started to quarantine and all this stuff. And my wife tuned in for it and was like early for it, you know, anticipating it and being involved, being in the moment. For me, it gave us, you know, and I'm not even gonna limit it to just Black people, but Black and brown people, white people, Americans, the world. It gave the world the opportunity to come together and really show respect and show an appreciation for two queens who basically has given us a chance to into their lives with their art. You know what I'm saying? So it really gave us time and a place to appreciate art as a whole together. And for a brief moment in time, we didn't think about the bad things that were going on around us or the terrible things that's going on. We were able to be happy and be in the mood because, you know, like, it puts you in the mood. Everybody, like you said, man, you start thinking about your grandmama and your mama and your family and doing things and doing this and doing that. Bro, just sitting there, being able to sit there. I was playing the game while it was going on. Being able to sit there, chill out with my wife, pause the game, listen to a song, sing, you know, sit there, play with my daughter while we listening to it, you know, and being able to just be in that moment, man. I think that's what's important about these verses in this time. Like, this is the perfect time for things like that to happen. Yeah. And I think after this battle, man, it's gonna change the way that the verses are done. You know, to be honest, man, the way, like, that's the benchmark now. You know, I feel.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see if they can. Shoot, I don't know. I was gonna say if it's gonna get any better than that, but
I mean, like, I know this ain't talking about the one that they doing, but you know, they talking about Nelly and Ludacris.
It's next.
It's coming up on Saturday, and I was like, I don't like that one.
You know what?
I'm gonna be straight up with you. I don't like that one.
I like that one.
You do?
Yeah.
I think the reason why I don't like it is because Nelly stopped making music and Ludacris kept making music, and he got hits from when Nelly started. You know? So I feel like it's gonna be Nelly got this small span where he's gonna go more into what was on his CDs, whereas Ludacris has stayed relevant, you know, like in his movies, in his music, and he's gonna have a lot more to say, and he's gonna have a lot more that people enjoy.
Well, I don't know, because there's a span of when Ludacris is not making music when he's filming.
I mean, but he make a movie. When did his last album come out? Like 2 years ago? Yeah, Ludacris got like 6, 7, maybe 10 albums. Ludacris has plenty of albums, and all of them had some single, some hit off of it. Nelly, some of them is 4. Nelly got what, 3 or 4 albums?
Nelly has. No, Nelly got more than them. See, 1,
Tip Drill,
2,
Hot in Here, Country Grammar.
1, 2.
What am I thinking about?
4, 5, 6, 7. Nelly got 8 albums, man.
Forces, Air Force Ones.
Nelly, actually,
I'm just going off the hits, man. I just don't think it's gonna be as well as. I don't think it's gonna be as good as Erykah Badu and
I don't think
Jill Scott.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if anything's gonna reach that point.
I think it's all about the matchups, man.
Yeah, it is, and it would have to be a matchup. It would have to be a matchup that we never guessed.
I'm telling you, man.
Actually, not that we
Jeezy.
Never guessed. I'm not gonna say that we never guessed. It's gonna have to be a matchup that we didn't think that they could get together. Like if we get Diddy versus Dre versus Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
And there you go. Then there you go.
That's a nice one right there.
If we get Jay-Z versus
Trick Daddy. Nah, I'm kidding.
Absolutely not.
I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding.
If we got DMX, they talking about that.
Nah, I don't
Jay-Z
think...
versus DMX.
You a fan? You a fan of DMX, man?
But you gotta remember how big X was.
Right. How big he was.
But that's the point of this. When he starts playing that stuff, you're gonna be like,
right.
You're gonna stop, drop. Everybody gonna shut him down. You're gonna see the comment. Shut him down, up and up, shut. And you're gonna be like uh-oh.
Hey, but Jay, all you gonna hear is
Jay got so much though. But that would be something. I wanted to say Jay versus 50, but I say Jay versus X. But it would have to be, you're right. It would be about the matchups. The matchups would have to be incredible. Like I said, we get Dr. Dre on the live.
Yeah.
And we get Diddy on the live.
Man, they're like, dog, I ain't gonna lie to you though. You gotta put Cube in there somewhere. Who could Ice Cube go against, man? Because a lot of people don't know that he was a rapper. Like a lot of the kids now don't know that he was a rapper.
I don't know.
And Code.
Oh yeah, I know.
Like a lyricist.
Yeah, I absolutely do not. That would be interesting.
That would be. But anyway, bro, I think this battle, this Versus, Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, 2 amazing women, 2 great artists, legends in their own right, man. I can't give them enough praise and appreciation to both of them, just because, just blessing the world with their talents and that vibe from Saturday, man. Just blessing that and giving us an opportunity to do some things with our family and be in a good place. I just want to say thank you. If they listen to the podcast or just see some of the stuff, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey, just tag them.
Right. That's all we got to do. Just tag them in this. Hey, but you guys, I want to thank you guys for listening to another episode of Speaker Geekers podcast. Please let us know what you think about this versus Jill Scott and Erykah Badu, man. It was amazing to me. It was amazing to Steve. And so let us know, man. What you got?
Ludacris only got 1 album more than Nelly.
Nelly got 8
albums. Luda
I don't like the battle. I don't like it.
Nelly gonna wash him.
Oh, get out of here.
Nelly gonna play the lemon. It's gonna be over.
Oh, get out of here, man.
Nelly, I love you. We're gonna be like, oh hell.
Hey man, but you guys subscribe to the podcast, man. Wherever you listen to podcasts, we actually gonna put this episode. This episode is gonna be on YouTube as well. So subscribe there to the YouTube channel at Speaker Geekers Podcast.
Yes, sir.
You can find us there on Instagram and Facebook. Just add us, comment, like, share. Join in on the discussion, man, with the Dirty Boys. It's me, at I am Tommy T the third, and you got the other half of the Derby Boys, Steve O Steve at the great Steve O Steve on Instagram, man.
Yes,
Go out and find us, follow us, like, share, like I said before, and yeah, that's everything I got. Oh, and this episode was produced by 3M Media. Go check them out too. And yeah, that's everything, man. I think I ran through everything, and awesome conversation. You got anything else?
Man, y'all let us know who y'all think win. Share some of your memories, share some of your feelings of the battle. We
won.
Yeah,
the world won. The people
Absolutely.
Won.
Everybody
thank you. Man, well, I'm out, man. Peace.